You've gone to the store. You say you wanted something. I wanted it so badly. Then when you get to the store, guess what you did? You change your mind. You change your mind maybe because the price was too high. You change your mind because you realize, you know what? I don't really like it again. I thought I did like it. I don't really like it. You change your mind because maybe they didn't have the color that you desire. So you've changed your mind. And this happens, this is life. You can always change your mind if you don't like something. However, in so doing, once you do change your mind, you then begin to do what? To look at different options that may be available to you. And as you look at different options that's available to you, and what is required of you, you must understand then that this game is not for the faint-hearted. This is not a game that you're going to start and then you're going to withdraw midstream. This is a game we call academia. And if you want to pursue what you say you're going to pursue, you have to pursue it to the end. You cannot pursue it midway and stop. I remember as a very young man, I was about 20 years of age, I was talking to this guy, and he said to me, he said, man, I got 60 college credits. And at that time, I'm looking at him like, wow, 60 college credits, I have 0. He had 60, but he never finished. He just had 60 college credits. So 60 college credits means what? In the context of a degree.
Associate?
It means that you are partially there. You're partially there. So if you're going to go get a job, you're not going to tell them I have a degree, but I have 60 college credits. How do you think that your potential employer is going to perceive you? How do you think they're going to perceive you? They're going to perceive you as someone who cannot complete what you've started. And if they're going to take a chance on you, they may say to themselves, is this someone I want to employ to work in my establishment? Somebody who I'm not sure can finish what they've started? Think of it. Think of it. So think of you in pursuant of the degrees that you're pursuing right now in the context of what your outcome happens to be. Think of you that way. And as you begin thinking of you in that manner, you ask yourself, am I myself? Am I doing what is required of me to the full extent of my capabilities? Where am I falling short? What can I do differently as a way of helping to push myself more? Where am I in the scope of what I'm doing? It's important for you to begin to tap yourself on the shoulders from time to time and say to yourself, dude, you're not doing well enough. You're not pushing yourself. You need to do more. It's important for you to have realistic conversations with yourself, and you're not crazy. You're not crazy. Just having a realistic conversation with yourself. Because guess what? Who are you going to have that realistic conversation with if not yourself? Who are the ones or who are the persons that's pursuing what you're doing right now? It's not me. It's you. And what you are doing in the form of your classes are just part of the process. So whether or not it's a chemistry class, whether or not it's a physics class, or a math class, or English class, is just part of the process and the amalgamation of all of those courses, once completed successfully, would mean to say then that you can be granted, be vested a degree. A lot of you right now really need to pinch yourself. You need to pinch yourself. You need to check yourself. You need to tap yourself. You need to ask yourself, what am I really doing? Am I really serious about myself? Am I really committed to myself? Do I really want this? And if I do want it, how badly do I want it? Am I just doing this just because? Am I here because someone paid for me? Am I here because I'm just trying to get away from mom and dad? Am I here because this is something that I truly see for myself and this is something I truly want? I mean, you have to ask yourself those questions. And in so doing, you will be the only one who will answer that question. I can't answer it for you. You have to answer it. Because when it's all said and done, you are the ones who are going to be walking in your footsteps. You're not walking in my footstep. You're walking in your footstep. And as you walk in your footstep, you're asking yourself, am I chartering a course that is desirable for me? Am I doing something that I want to do? It's very important. And it's important for you to take stock of yourself. Quite often, I've seen students come into school full of excitement initially. It's the beginning of the semester. They're excited. The semester just started. And by the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth week of the semester, the excitement wanes. And as the excitement wanes, the ability and the desire to do their work also wanes as well. So guess what? The first 3 to 4 semesters, there was some level of excitement, and for the next 10, 11 weeks of the semester, your enthusiasm waned. How do you expect to perform at an optimum level when your enthusiasm or your passion for learning wanes? It depreciates. You expect to function and do well. You can never do well. You can only perform well in anything that you do if the enthusiasm, the desire, the passion for what it is that you're doing is high. Think of it, folks. Think of it. It's real. If you have a passion for something, if you like someone, you're passionate about that person, you want to do what it takes to please that person. Am I wrong or am I right?
Right.
You want to please that person. You want to do well. You want that person to see you looking your fanciest, your best. You want to always be in a position where that person can see you in a good light because you like them, you're attracted to them. If you're not attracted to someone, you don't care whether they see you or they don't see you. It's the same way with your studies. If you want to succeed in life and you're using this as a vehicle to get you there, folks, you have to fall in love with the process. And this is part of the process. And I think this is what most students miss. Most students miss the process. Most students tend to look at the end game, the end point. Well, I want to be a medical doctor, or I want to be a nurse, or I want to be. Yes, you want to be, yes. But guess what? How are you going to get there? What pathway have you carved to get to that end point? And if you haven't carved a pathway, folks, don't assume it's going to happen by happenstance, because most times it never happens. In order for it to happen, begin to carve that path every step of the way, every day. This is not something that you say you want to do today and you stop tomorrow. Because if you say you want to become a medical doctor, or if you say you want to become a nurse or a physician assistant or a teacher or whatever you say you want to become, you have to walk that walk every day. You have to walk that walk. You have to be committed to making that dream or that goal become a reality every day, folks. And when I look at some of your attitudes, I am seeing nothing but inertia. I'm not seeing individuals who are serious about themselves. I'm not seeing individuals who are passionate about themselves and passionate about the dreams or the goals that they have set for themselves. I'm not seeing it. I'm lost. I'm at a loss. I'm befuddled. Because to me, individuals who claim they want to be successful begins to act like it. And in acting, they're doing the things that's going to get them there. I'm not seeing it in most of you. So I'm confused as to how you're going to get there. I'm very confused. And if you're serious about getting there, folks, you have to change your attitude towards yourself. Your attitude towards your learning must change. Towards achieving your goals must change. Your attitude towards your outlook on life must change. It's not going to happen just like that. It's not going to happen because you feel like wanting it to happen. It's not going to happen because someone says it can happen. It's not going to happen because you told your parents, well, mom, dad, I want to become a doctor, or mom, dad, I want to become a physician assistant, or mom, dad, I want to become a forensic scientist. It's not going to happen just like that. It's going to happen because you fell in love with the process and you're doing what it takes to get you there. Folks, if one thing I can leave you with is this. If you intend to achieve your goal, no matter what that goal is in life, you must be passionate about that goal. You must be passionate about that goal. Because the passion that you have is what's going to help to motivate you. Sometimes when you feel down and out, sometimes when you're challenged, sometimes when the road gets bumpy and you feel as though, well, I want to give up. As long as you can recall your passion, what are you passionate about? It's going to give you the fuel. It's going to give you the motivation. It's going to help you to pick yourself up and move in the direction that you ought to move in. If you don't have the passion, the minute you fall into difficulties, you're just going to give up. Because there's no passion. There's no passion. And for each and every one of you sitting in this room here today, recognize that it doesn't matter what it is in life you want to achieve. If you really and truly want it, you have to claim it. You have to claim it. And as you claim it, you're going to work towards it by correcting yourself, having the right attitude, being passionate about what you want, and just going for it. Stop. Don't turn back. Don't look back. Look forward. Keep looking forward. And I'm not sure about you. I'm not sure where you guys adopt this mentality whereby the first minute you feel as though your back is against a wall, you just got to give up. The first minute you feel the back is against a wall, you have to point fingers and blame someone. The first minute you feel the back is against a wall, you believe then that everything stops. Nothing stops. Nothing stops. Everything continues. You may stop in your track, but the world doesn't stop. The world continues, folks. So don't think then that when you are having difficulties or you encounter some sort of stumbling block, that the whole world is going to stop because of your issues. It doesn't. The world continues to evolve. And you have to develop the mentality whereby even though you challenge, your back is against the wall, you have to push back. You have to push back. You have to push back and keep pushing. Because as you keep pushing, it means to say then that within the girth of your loins, you become a fighter for what you want. And you got to be able to fight for whatever you want. If you're taking a class and you're not doing well because you feel as though you're failing, you got to fight for that. You got to push back. You got to become believers in yourself. And I'm not sure about you, but I know I'm a believer in myself. And when I was a student, just like you are, with my level of confidence, man, people thought, oh, he's so cocky. Who does he think he is? But guess what? You know what? That was just fuel for me. My cockiness was attributed to my success. Guess why? Because when I'm studying, I study alone. So how dare you to come and tell me how I must feel about myself? I'm confident in myself. I'm feeling good. And the fact that I'm able to do it. So you don't have no authority to tell me how I must feel. I feel good about myself because I'm doing my work. Remember one young lady said to me, she says, Mister, I saw you receiving an award. I'm not sure why you're receiving an award because I've never seen you study it. I looked at her and I gently said, ma'am, with all due respect, I'm very sure when I'm studying, you're sleeping. I'm very sure of that. Because I, as a student, was very disciplined. I had to be disciplined. And the reason why I had to be disciplined because there were too many distractions. There were too many things around me that could have distracted me. And my goal was what it was. And yes, at times I wasn't sure exactly where I wanted to go, but I know I had a goal. My goal was I wanted to be somewhere. I wanted to be someone. I know I had to do what I had to do to get where I thought I wanted to go. Some of my friends had a clear path. They were like, Eric, I want to go to medical school. I want to become a medical doctor. I envied them. I wasn't sure. At one time I was thinking I want to become an engineer. At one time I was thinking I want to become a scientist. So I just wasn't sure. So I kept vacillating between the two until I found my niche. So the point is this. You are masterpieces. You are created as a masterpiece. Now that masterpiece gains value as time go along. That masterpiece can depreciate in value as time go along. If not, use the right way. Your mind, I mean, I've heard the saying, who said it? The mind is a terrible thing to waste. The mind is really a terrible thing to waste. Because if only you understand how powerful this mind is, if only you understand what this mind is capable of doing, if only you understand if you exercise this mind, how much it can do for you, you begin to think differently. You would not be accepting failure and mediocrity as a flag bearer for you, for your life. You would not be so passive that when something goes wrong, you just sit back like, oh, well, there's nothing I can do about it. And don't assume that in my travels, in my course of studies as an undergrad and grad student, then that everything was just a strict cakewalk in the park. And I was performing exceptionally well in all my classes, because I wasn't. There were times when I was challenged. And I tell you guys, I have a D on my transcript. And it's a great grade. Believe it or not, it's a great grade. Because you know why? I earned it. It wasn't given to me. I earned it. I studied. I was challenged. I was beaten up. I went down on both knees, and the ref was counting 1, 2, 3. I pulled myself back up. And I still finished to the end. In the final exam, I had 6 questions. I could have done 3. I did the 3, and I submitted my paper. When I got my grade, I saw a D, I smiled. It's one of the best grades in my transcript. I mean, I meant all the A's and B's and so forth, but that grade in particular taught me a lesson. It made me realize that I'm only human. And sometimes you have to begin to play in pain. Sometimes, yes, you're going to be challenged. Yes, you're going to be bruised. I mean, I came out of that class was intermediate thermodynamics. I came out of that class battered, but yet still, it made me stronger. It made me stronger. And as much as I was struggling in that class, in all of my other classes that semester, I was performing exceptionally well. In my advanced calculus class, I was getting like 90s all throughout the semester. But in this class in particular, I was beaten up all over. Every exam was beaten up. But I never gave up. I fought all the way to the end. I fought all the way to the end. It taught me a very important lesson. It taught me about my character and my capabilities, my strengths and my weaknesses, and showed me, like anything else, we're not perfect. We don't expect to be perfect. We strive for perfection, even though we will fall short. And I did fall short to my standard, but it was a lesson to be learned. And I moved on. Did it stop me?
No.
Did it prevent me or confuse me that the next semester I went in thinking that I didn't do well in that class? No. Did I go and fight with my professor? No. I accepted it. And I studied. Trust me, I studied. But I was just beaten up in that class in particular. So I humbly say to you, as you continue on your course, in pursuit of your degrees, don't give up. Remain steadfast. Stay focused. Recognize that, yes, at times you're going to fall short. Enjoy every moment of the process. Or, as the Nike advertisement will say, life is fun, just do it. Thank you very much.
Uh-huh.
I mean, next Tuesday, this room, 3:30 to 5:30. One or two exceptions, I know. You have something? Daniel. Dr. Fish.